Last night, Maycee Barber was knocked out by Alexa Grasso in the first round. Grasso dropped Barber on the feet before quickly locking in a rear naked choke, prompting the referee to step in, though the result was officially ruled a knockout. Barber remained unconscious on the canvas for an extended period following the finish. Maycee reposted this on her Instagram story. It reads, "Part of the game. Congrats to Alexa, we got caught but are okay. We'll be back soon. Thanks for everyone checking in." She followed up with this. It says, "Not our night. This is the fight game, and sometimes things don't go our way. No blame, no excuses, just lessons. We learn, we grow, and we come back stronger. God is good all the time." At RAF 7 last night, Arman Tsarukyan defeated Georgio Poullas in their rematch. Afterwards, Poullas honored their bet and paid Arman his $10,000. Arman is planning on donating the money to a child in need.
I wanna give you this. Yes. It's a man of my word. You got $10,000 in cash here. Yeah. For you.
So this money is going for this kid. But he's sick.
What a great guy. You see this? See
this? For this guy.
Wow.
And, yeah. So I help him a lot, but like this one is going there as well. So yeah. So,
that's beautiful, bro. That's amazing.
So you know, like this money is going right way.
Yeah.
Following his TKO win over Israel Adesanya, Joe Pyfer had a message for the middleweight division. Pyfer paid respect to Izzy after the fight, calling him the greatest middleweight of all time.
I thought I'd be a lot more excited. I just don't think it hit me yet. I'm feeling blessed, brother. I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling like God put me in this position. God chose me 6 weeks ago and saved my life. Here I am. So I feel blessed. And I put myself in great title contention now. I should be in the top 5. I finished them. And God bless the world. Thank you for this opportunity to the UFC. It's only been in the UFC just 3 short years. So, man, this story can only be possible because of a greater power. So, God bless. Thank you. Like, all of my prayers just came true. Like, I just kept praying. I felt so relaxed, almost like it freaked me out how relaxed I was and how calm I was and how not shocked by the moment I was. And like, usually I'd be bedridden with anxiety, thinking about how it's gonna go, what the avenues to win. I didn't have any of that. And then in the back, I was a little freaked out because I still wasn't nervous. I felt a little tired, like I was about to fall asleep. I was that calm. But man, afterwards, I just felt like God granted my prayer because I'm walking in the ways that He commanded me to. And I intend to glorify God with this win and the ways that I choose to live. And I just want to go home and marry my beautiful girlfriend. Yeah, look, I didn't want to disrespect who I considered to be the greatest middleweight of all time, regardless of what my ego wants to do and be tough and this and mean mug and all this shit. I wanted to be gracious. I wanted to carry myself with class. When that man beat Alex Pereira the second time in the UFC, I thought it was one of the greatest victories ever with the greatest speech ever. And when he said, "I wish you could feel this moment of happiness and fortify your mind," like, the man doesn't have to do this anymore. He didn't have to give me this opportunity. Who am I to disrespect him regardless of anything else? So I just wanted to share that moment with him. I've been watching him before I was in the UFC. I've only been in the UFC 3 years. He's been here for a long time. So I wanted to he said something before about give your roses to the people that you appreciate while they're alive. And so I just wanted to give him my respect and love while he's still here in the UFC. He's one of the greatest. Hey, listen, there's holes. Don't get me wrong. I'm a human. I bleed blood. I breathe air. I'm beatable. But I'm going to be a problem for every one of you. So I got nothing bad to say about anybody. They're all amazing fighters. They're all fantastic, just vicious guys. And but I'm one of the dogs in the yard, you know? So I was born a fighter. I didn't have to be taught to be a fighter. That's why I can go in there and have God as my witness. And they ask who to send, you know, I'm going to step up and say me.
Demetrious Johnson was in attendance at UFC Seattle last night, where it was announced he will be inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame this summer. DJ was crushed to see Israel Adesanya get TKO'd by Joe Pyfer. About a year ago, Bryan was released from the UFC after missing weight in back-to-back fights. Battle made his PFL debut last night and was submitted in the first round by Johnny Ebeln. Valentina Shevchenko has fired back at Khabib Nurmagomedov. Last week, Khabib held a Q&A and explained why he's not a fan of women's MMA. He said every person in life has a mission. For a man, it's to raise children, take care of the family, take care of loved ones. There are very few women who take on big responsibilities. It's very hard for them. It's not without reason. God created it this way. A woman is weaker, a man is stronger. People want to change and mix all of this. I don't know how you feel about it, but I like when a man does men's work and a woman does woman's work. Valentina responded via X. She wrote, "Women are weak. Tell that to my sister, an airline captain. Or tell it to the Night Witches, the all-female bomber regiment of World War II, who dropped bombs under the cover of darkness with their engines off, then landed in pitch blackness without landing lights. For this, they earned a reputation for being elusive and deadly. Go ahead, tell them who is stronger. It all depends entirely on one's upbringing. You can just as easily raise a man to be a helpless milksop who is incapable of doing anything. Martial arts represent a warrior tradition where there is no distinction between man or woman. There is only the art itself. That is precisely why people train. To become more graceful, stronger, and wiser, and to ensure that no one ever gets the chance to punch them in the face." She continued, "Does a man have an advantage in physical strength? Yes, he does. Does a man have an advantage in technique? No, he does not. Everything a person can learn is acquired equally. A slight natural advantage in physical strength in no way makes a person any more or less suited for practicing martial arts. MMA is the most balanced and modern discipline among all martial arts. Therefore, it is a discipline that both men and women should practice to the fullest, depending entirely on their individual desires and pursuits." Daniel Cormier believes Israel Adesanya may question some of his decisions following his fight against Joe Pyfer. DC noted that Izzy was performing well, but things changed when he chose to stand in the center and trade.
He fought well in round 1. He was fighting well in round 2. But then for some reason he decided to kind of say, you know what? Shield in the middle. Let's stand on it and let's trade. When in reality, that was probably the best way for Pyfer to get a victory, because then he could reach him. Joe was missing with a lot of stuff early, but Izzy then ultimately chose to fight him in a way that gave Joe a chance to do exactly what he did. So Izzy will have some questions when he goes back and watches this, but ultimately the night belonged to Joe Pyfer.
Despite their bad blood, Joaquin Buckley showed respect to Israel Adesanya today. Last year, Izzy said he hated Buckley and called him incredibly annoying.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Buck. You already know where we at, man. We in Seattle. We just got done watching the fights, man, at Climate Pledge Arena. Man, I had a great time, man, just seeing all the fights out there. You seen Joe Pyfer, man, went out there, got a TKO over Israel Adesanya, you know what I mean? That's 4 losses in a row, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember one person, he laughed at my loss, but I ain't finna do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Izzy, keep your head up, bro. You get the right matchup. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. Maybe Buck might come up, man, and we might be able to bless each other with a good performance against one another. But I just wanted to say this, man. I just appreciate Seattle and everything that they have done, you know what I'm saying, out here, man, showing me so much love, showing me so much support. But I'm so happy to get back out there into the octagon May 9th, man, against Sean Brady. You already know, man, that's a big one coming back, man, especially with me losing to Usman, you know what I'm saying? That really kind of slowed down a lot of things. But, man, I was just watching everything and watching everybody, and I'm just seeing, like, what place where I can be in the near future. But that ain't gonna happen unless I beat Sean Brady. And I'm telling y'all right now, man, I'm more motivated than ever, man, to really get that win and to get my hand raised. And I promise y'all, y'all do not want to miss out on this fight. And I don't even know why they made us a feature about, because for real, I'm always going to be a main event fighter. Because anytime I go out there, y'all know what to expect. That's fireworks. Let's get it.
Dana White says the UFC is targeting August for Islam Makhachev's next fight. He also says Conor McGregor is possibly fighting in July. However, nothing is close to being done.
And then I saw you post on Instagram on a page that Islam Makhachev is fighting in August. Is that true? And do you have an opponent for Islam yet?
Well, Ali was out there saying July, and yeah, it's August that we're looking at.
Is Conor McGregor fighting in July?
Possibly.
Do we have potential?
Nothing's done.
Okay. But is
nothing's even remotely close to being done.
Okay. But is that something you would look forward to doing? Like,
yes.
Okay, thank you.
And Dana, just to piggyback off the Conor thing, are you more optimistic than before that Conor is going to fight? Because obviously it's been a couple of years.
I am.
Okay.
I am. I was pretty optimistic at the end of last year. So end of last year, going into this year, I'm still confident.
At the UFC Seattle post-fight press conference last night, Dana White responded to fans complaining about the UFC using AI for promo videos. Dana says, shut the f*** up and watch the fights.
So I've seen a lot of fans and viewers online commenting or discussing what they perceive as a lot of AI-generated content in the broadcast that maybe wasn't in previous iterations of the UFC. Is this something that's coming with the Paramount deal, or just a new direction for the UFC, or do you have any insight on that?
What does that mean?
AI stuff, commercials, part of the promotional content, just AI in the UFC in general. I've seen fans complaining about.
Oh, yeah? What are they complaining about?
I guess I've seen people saying that the UFC should be paying artists instead of using generative AI, stuff like that.
Give me a break. AI is coming, and if we're using AI, who gives a People are upset about it. We should use artists. How about this? Shut the up and watch the fights.
Today it has been announced that Arman Tsarukyan will face Dillon Danis in a 10-minute submission-only bout at Hype FC on April 8th. Both competed in RAF 7 last night. Arman defeated Georgio Poullas in their rematch, and Dillon lost to Colby Covington. Who do you guys think wins between these two in a grappling match? Drop your predictions in the comments. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Darkstone Forge. It says, that was the closest thing to a real murder I witnessed tonight from Alexa Grasso. The second one's from Chib's Meditations. It says, Maycee Barber is the first person I've seen die live on screen. And the final one's from Patriots of Christ. It says, didn't watch it and couldn't look it up. Google doesn't show the card anymore. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.